Welcome back to 630. I'm joined now by Alyssa Bohenik, who recently spent the day on the course of the healthy-driven Naperville Marathon and Half Marathon. So what was that like?
It was a fantastic day out there. The weather was beautiful, which made it for a great run for about 4,000 people who came right here to Naperville.
So this was the third year for the Naperville Marathon and Half Marathon. Was there anything different this time around?
Yes, I spoke with co-race director Craig Bixler, and he told me that every year the race kind of evolves to be more of what they originally hoped for, and runners this year really seem to take it in stride.
That's great. Let's hit the course.
The third year for the healthy-driven Naperville Marathon and Half Marathon was a day filled with community support, personal goals, and emotional victories. For one local couple, all that came together after 5 hours, 17 minutes, and 4 seconds of running. But time doesn't stop ticking in a larger battle they fight. Meadow Glen's elementary school teacher Chris Benyo and his wife Denise DeMarzo completed the third Naperville Marathon. But they run this race differently than the other thousands of runners. Denise lives with the motor neuron disease ALS, which makes it impossible to run alongside her husband in the traditional way. Now Chris pushes Denise in a specially designed jogger, helping her make the most of the day.
Participating in marathons really is a privilege, especially 5 years into my disease. I feel like a part of something extraordinary. I always look forward to them, and it lifts my spirit to connect with the people who come out to support the runners. The community makes the event.
This is Chris and Denise's 6th marathon together, and despite her continuing health struggles, they don't have any plans to stop.
We did it. It was great. We had some rough spots, but we got through it, and it's all good. It was great. I think she's really ready to get out of this chair. But she'll be happy. She's happy. She's big smile when we finish. We're hoping we're going to do hopefully Boston in April and then New Jersey the week after. So that's the plan. We'll see what happens.
But Chris and Denise weren't just running for themselves. They, like many other participants, took part in the charity program offered by the Naperville Marathon. This year, a total of 27 charities raised more than $225,000 through participants who chose to run for a larger cause. The Indian Prairie Educational Foundation was the top charity winner in the race, who brought over 100 runners to the course to raise money for District 204 schools.
Our goal was to raise $80,000, and I believe we passed that. So it's very exciting news. We're very excited.
But it wasn't just locals reaping the benefits. Jeff Burke hoped his efforts would span to more runners who hope to help the wounded warriors of Chicagoland area.
It's just something that allows us to kind of learn a little bit about each other and form some community amongst our neighborhood and raise money for a great charity.
Even those not competing had a great task at hand. Hundreds of volunteers devoted their time to help raise the spirits of the 4,400 runners.
As a family, we tend to try and be real active in supporting the community and supporting the various charities in the Naperville area.
This year, Edward Elmhurst Health again sponsored the healthy-driven Naperville Marathon and Half Marathon, hoping to continue giving the community the means to complete their goals.
We want people to be able to reach their healthy-driven goals wherever they are in their life. You don't have to be a marathon runner or half marathon runner, but we want people to be able to reach their healthy-driven goals wherever they are in their lives.
And they themselves had their own goals with the third year of the marathon. Have a course focused on downtown Naperville that would provide a needed change from previous years.
It's a much nicer course this year for the half runners. They get to see a lot more of Naperville than they did last year. For the full runners, it's the second half of the marathon course is very flat, whereas last year was challenging. So the full runners are going to love it. Spectators are going to love it because they can walk from the start line to see their runners at mile 4, to see them at mile 8, and then right back to the finish.
And the runners agreed, especially for first place half marathon male finisher Joe McAvoy.
I thought the course was great. Challenging at the beginning, but a lot of room to open up, and it was great to be able to kind of come downtown and get all the support from the community and fans along the course.
Though the routes may change, the end result stays constant. This race has a special way of bringing the community together and showing others what Naperville has to offer.
This is probably one of my favorite runs because I did have marathons in the city all the time, and now I got to do one in my hometown. Watching the spirit of the city and the community, I got to tell you, it's invigorating. It really is. It just reminds me like why I love where I live. Everybody's engaged and involved.
I'm Melissa Bohennick for 630.